Breaking news has shaken Hollywood. Clifton Powell's sentence is final. From a tough childhood in Southeast DC to blockbuster roles in Friday and Ray, Powell built a name that fans knew everywhere. But scandals, shocking accusations, gambling, divorce, and discrimination nearly destroyed everything. Was this the end of a career, or the start of a darker truth that Hollywood never wanted you to hear? The final verdict is here, and it changes everything. Let's find out. The shockwave. Has Hollywood just lost Clifton Powell? Breaking news out of Hollywood has stunned fans and insiders alike. ABC has reported that Clifton Powell's sentence is final. The announcement has left many wondering if one of the most recognizable faces in film is now facing the end of his career. Clifton Powell is a name you may not immediately recognize, but his face is unforgettable. For more than 3 decades, he appeared in film after film, building a reputation as one of Hollywood's most reliable character actors. His breakthrough came in 1993 with Menace to Society, a gritty urban drama that captured the harsh realities of street life. Powell's role earned him attention for raw energy and authenticity. Soon after, he became a familiar presence in the Friday series. His sharp timing and comedic delivery made him a fan favorite. By 2004, Powell cemented his reputation with the biopic Ray. His performance earned him an NAACP Image Award nomination. He appeared in Dead Presidents, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, Rush Hour, Next Friday, and more. Over the years, Powell amassed more than 100 credits across film and television. He became the man Hollywood called when they needed someone unforgettable. What made Powell unique was not just his volume of work, but his versatility. He could terrify with a glare, deliver humor with perfect timing, or ground a dramatic scene with emotional depth. Yet for all his professional success, Powell's personal journey was far from smooth. The case that nearly ended everything. Newly resurfaced details confirm that Powell's long-running legal battle has now been finally settled, with no criminal charges upheld. The ordeal began in 2011, when a woman using the pseudonym Keontae Myers came forward with shocking accusations. She alleged an encounter in a New Orleans hotel began consensual but turned aggressive. The press picked it up. Outlets like TMZ spread the story with blunt headlines. Overnight, Powell's image shifted. He denied the claims, declaring them false, but damage had already begun. Though criminal investigations were dismissed, Myers later pursued a civil case for $75,000. The civil battle dragged on for years. Even without conviction, Powell's career was derailed. Roles vanished. Producers hesitated. Television appearances disappeared. The emotional toll was devastating. He described it as the most painful experience since the death of his father. He worried about his children, his reputation, and the whispers that followed him everywhere. By 2017, the case was dismissed. By 2018, his counterclaims were also dismissed. Legally, the matter was closed, but Hollywood never cleared him. This became Powell's true final sentence. Not guilty in court, but punished by reputation. Colorism, discrimination, and Hollywood politics. Powell's struggles were not only legal but systemic. He spoke openly about casting discrimination based on his skin tone. Producers told him he was too dark for the role. One even said he was so dark he might scare viewers. Despite undeniable talent, Powell was boxed into certain roles. Praised when intimidating or gritty, but passed over for roles that required sensitivity or romance. Hollywood's bias limited his growth. Even within the black entertainment community, Powell saw damaging rivalries. He criticized Spike Lee for tearing down fellow black actors in crossover press. Powell believed in solidarity because division only reinforced systemic barriers. His NAACP Image Award nomination for Ray was validation. It proved that his work mattered despite Hollywood's prejudice. But discrimination remained constant, often hidden behind words like market concerns or creative vision. For Powell, it meant fighting not just for roles, but for the right to be considered equally. Personal struggles, temptations, and loss. Powell's journey began in Southeast Washington, D.C. His mother died when he was 4. His father, struggling with alcoholism, couldn't provide stability. Powell grew up surrounded by crime, poverty, and danger. Survival meant discipline, mentors, and family support. He escaped, but the wounds followed him. He later married Kimberly Powell, but Hollywood's demands strained the marriage. Constant travel, long hours, and fame tested him. Eventually, the marriage collapsed. The divorce cost him $5 million. Powell admitted he wasn't there for his children like he should have been. His absence left a gap that money couldn't fill. He reflected that being gone 70% of the time was too much. At the same time, temptations consumed him. He gambled heavily, losing $30,000 to $50,000 a year. Women and fake friends surrounded him for what he could provide. The lifestyle created instability. He later described this period as a spiral. Outwardly, Powell looked like a successful actor. Inwardly, he was a man struggling with family, finances, and decisions. This duality left him exposed when accusations hit in 2011. The final word. Clifton Powell was never convicted of any crime, but he was sentenced by reputation. Hollywood stripped him of roles, trust, and critical years of his career. His story reveals how perception can outweigh facts. It shows how accusations, true or not, can destroy a man in the court of public opinion. It also reveals systemic racism, colorism, and the high cost of fame. For Powell, the sentence was not prison, but the scars left on his career, his finances, and his family. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the next video for more exciting content.